Welcome everyone to Akron, Ohio, and home of the Akron Zips, where the fans have been eagerly anticipating this matchup, one that could call back the glory days once seen in the old Rubber Bowl. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Syracuse Orange, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Akron Zips. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Akron Zips offense takes the field for the first time today. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And to keep this opening drive going, they'll need to convert 3rd and 1. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air, it's Algier. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Leaves it with the back. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He'll try to do it himself. Nifty little scamper on this one, enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Zips look to keep this drive humming. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. A 7-yard pickup, it'll be 2nd and 3. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
He's going to take off. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Yeah, and just stay aggressive if you're on offense, right? You're now into the opponent's territory. It's 4th down. Dial up your best 4th down play. Keep this drive going.
Got his man in the middle. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to throw, it's Algier. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a cue.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Akron! He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Syracuse's offense will get the ball for the first time. And there's no doubt, guys, we will be focused on these two star playmakers on the outside.
I'm curious to see how much man coverage we're going to see today. I don't know if either of these defenses is confident enough to go mano-a-mano with these two dudes on the field. They're two of the best in the nation.
These cornerbacks aren't looking for man-to-man coverage. I can promise you that. They'd be like, give me some help over here. But we're going to see some split screens, and we're going to see who had more catches, who had more yards. We're definitely going to be breaking that down this game.
Comes out throwing on first down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires the pass, intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38. Line gets set, first down. Handoff to the single running back. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. To the air, it's Algier. Back open in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. A new set of downs after the completion. He'll come out throwing on first down. Gets it out fast.
Well, when you're running a drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Fires to the tight end. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs. And the Zips have their offense in high gear. Give to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. They're going to throw it on third and goal. Quarterback adapting. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops following and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
And Reese, listen, we already know. He already threw the interception in the last drive. We got to get this together. This is a couple bad plays that we put together now. If I'm an OC, I'm going to make this simple. Maybe I run the football. Maybe I get...
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The Orange will have to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
He's now up to 52 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Looking downfield, it's Algier. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few.
God, he's annoying to play against. You think about it as a defense, I'm trying to cage you in, trying to keep you in the pocket, and then he's just whoop, 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 spinning all over the place, getting outside the pocket, making plays, and then you got to go chase him again, and again, and again. Just wears you out.
The Zips with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intention.
Just plowing ahead. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Zips.
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And he's got enough for the 1st down. It'll be at the 35. Syracuse right back at it.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on a defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Getting some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Wide receiver shows motion. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. They'll leave it with him. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
He finds his man. They make the stop, but the sweet pull and catch is plenty to give him a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground, a very productive first half here in the season opener. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. And the Zips are rolling down the field. Looking for a man. It's Algier. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. First and goal for the offense. He'll set up to throw. Touchdown, Akron! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Syracuse, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43. On first down, here comes this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Going to try to get it himself. Open space at the 25. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it first and goal from the 10. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, it's Algier. Feeling some heat. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they'll send out the field goal unit. It is perfect. And now the lead is extended a little further. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. On third down, he drops to throw. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Short gain on the play before he slides. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Looking for a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Algier. He looks that one in nicely. Makes the catch and knocked down. The Zips racing to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. And the Zips will punt this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, the inside give. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Going to the run to start this second half. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Catch in the middle, it's McCray. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Zings it complete to the right. Really nice job to get it past the sticks, pick up the first down at the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Setting up the screen. Still running at the 40. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Looking downfield, it's Henry. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Gets it to the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They keep attacking through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Hendricks. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the ground with the back. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. This offense simply has to pay this off on 3rd and goal. They desperately need a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Orange.
Touchdown, Syracuse.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. From the gun, the ground game. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Handoff to the lone back. Hard running there. At the 45, on its way. He's now up to 95 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Syracuse right back at it.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run the gap.
And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Looking for a man. It's Henry. Quickly complete. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this 3rd down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Trying to take it back. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your...
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Linebackers have tough jobs, right? Their first responsibility is to stuff the run, but you could see he does a really good job seeing pass, getting back into his cover 2 drop, breaking on the football, and making the interception.
Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Up-tempo for the offense. They move the tight end all over. Here's the handoff. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. They'll ride the hot hand. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7.
Second down.
He's looking to throw. Gets open down the middle.
Second down pass.
Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29.
Third down coming.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He's got enough to give Syracuse the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Got his man on the right. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Syracuse ready to go to work with another first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his man. It's Hendricks. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's third down.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. First down to start the drive after the break. Looking to throw, it's Henry. Throws to the tight end. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Syracuse right back at it.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Cuse. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Number 7.
Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that ball. Nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. Give him 109 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught behind the line, it's McCray.
And in this situation late when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
The run from the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. So at this point, I expected them to go for it here. Instead, here comes the field goal unit. It is good.
Well, Well, they were able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession, give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Going to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Gets rid of it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Finds a crease at the 20. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Knocked off his feet, but not before he picks up 6 yards down to the 10.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most important thing. How can we keep this thing ticking away? And by going down in bounds, you're doing exactly that.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The give and tick, 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 tick. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Zips! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Back to pass, it's Henry. Caught.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback, rally to the football, gang tackle, and you're going to win this game.
Caught on the outside, it's Hendricks. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to throw it again. Gonna take a shot. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Syracuse.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. They go to the ground. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.